Hello, I'm Ilya from Eocortex, and today I will show you how to set up and use the facial recognition module and unique visitor counting module. So, first of all, let's focus on the requirements for these two modules. You can find all the requirements for these modules on our website in the documentation. So you can download it or check it online. So the main recommendations are about the image quality, camera position, and also another important moment is the image of the face in the database. So the half of the success is the good quality image of the face in the database. So the image has to have the good resolution, not less than 1 megapixel, good image quality, sharp, well illuminated image. Then about the video stream. So the video stream has to have the HD or full HD resolution, and the minimum frame rate is 10 frames per second. It's better to use about 25 frames per second for these analytics. Then here you can find the informative pictures about good and bad conditions for the module, about the lightning and also overlapping. The minimum resolution for the face is the 30 pixels between the eyes. And here also we can see the requirements about the angle. So the maximum recommended angle is about 35 degrees. Then, after we installed the camera and configured the video stream in a correct way, we need to go to the configurator and set up the module. So unique visitor counting and the facial recognition module uses the same engine. That's why you can enable facial recognition complete and unique visitor counting module on the same channel without increasing the load on the hardware. Facial recognition light has some differences. For example, it doesn't have some options like a face search, but you can use this module without a GPU. So let's take a look on the settings of the facial recognition module. Let's select the camera with it. Then, as this module is working on the neural network, you don't need to enable the motion detector. So you just need to go to Analytics and select the module that you need. For example, facial recognition complete, light, or unique visitor counting. Then, after you enable it, you open the settings, configure the minimum, the maximum size of the face, minimum recognition positiveness. So this percentage shows the accuracy of the module. For example, if you want to have the maximum correction of the facial recognition and not to have the false recognitions, you need to increase this parameter. And otherwise, if you don't have the correct recognitions and the system doesn't recognize the face, then you need to decrease this parameter. Then detection sensitivity. So this parameter increases the hardware load, but it may help you to detect faces in some difficult conditions. Then limit time for repeat recognitions. For example, if the same person appears and disappears in the frame and you don't need to recognize him several times, then you can set the limit for these recognitions. Then, detection zone. Here you can exclude some zones in the frame and not to scan them and not to detect faces there. Next, database for complete module. This database can be used as for the complete and for the unique visitor counting module. For example, if you have a multi-server configuration and you need to have an external database, you can set the remote option. An important moment that you need to have an installed Eocortex server on that machine, and of course running it and having the facial recognition module. So you enable and put here the IP address, the port for the database. These parameters has to be the default ones. So here you also enable and choose the operation system, Windows or Linux, and check the connection. Here also you can set the login areas that you need there, and after that save the settings. Then let's go to the module in the client. So we select the facial recognition module. And here we may see in the interface of this module that in this column we see the detected faces. If the person was recognized, we see his recognition time, date, name and the last name, and also the recognition accuracy, for example 95%. This color shows us the group where this person was added, like interception or whitelist and so on. By double-clicking this option, we go to the archive when this person was recognized, and also we see the picture from the database, so we can also double check if this is a correct person. Then we may check all the recognized persons in the reports. So here we may open reports, select the module like face recognition, and here we see a list of all detected persons. So if the person is in the database, we can see the picture of the face from the database, also the group, so whitelist, and also marketing, full name, accuracy. Also, as the module is working on neural network, we may see the average age and gender of this person. And if we need, we can also add some additional info. Then, facial recognition complete has an advantage comparing to facial recognition light is a face search option. So here we may upload our own photo that will be used for the search, or also select one of these photos that were detected and use this one. So we refresh, and the system scans the archive for the same person. For example, we found this face and can go to the archive and check if this is the same person. Then, so this is how the facial recognition works. Also, we can create a report about all the recognitions and export it in a text format. Then, unique visitor counting. So, if we need to use the unique visitor counting module, the most interesting thing for us is the report from this module. Let's use unique visitor counting. Select the time and build a report. Here we see a graphical report from this module and see the total quantity of visitors and also the number of unique visitors. The number of unique visitors is the number of facial detections of the faces that were detected for the first time. So the system haven't seen these faces before. So we can understand that their visit was the first one. Also see here we can see the number of people for the concrete hours. So we can understand how many unique visitors and total number of visitors for each hour. Then also we can see the statistics about the age. So for each age group we can see these statistics and also the same statistics for the gender. So after we created that report, we can also export it, and if we need, we can create some exclusions. For example, you can add your stuff in a database and exclude them from the report. So it makes your report more accurate because you are showing only the visitors and not your staff. Then also, if you need, you can focus on some ages and, for example, not to count people younger than 18. And if you also need, you can exclude the genders, for example, to focus on some groups. Then, to use these two modules, you need to know how to work with the database. So, for example, here we can open the facial database, and here we can add new people or add photos, new photos for the same person in the database. So when we select a person, we can delete the face, export photo, or replace this photo with a new one. Here we can put some info about this person, like name, last name, and also group, and some additional info. If we need, we can also add new faces, of course. And use the external database if we need. Another important moment for the facial recognition is the automatic reports. To use the automatic reports and sending them via email, we need to go to Video Analytics, enable Facial Recognition Complete, Automatic Reports, and add a new report. Here we set the schedule, repeat, for example, by weeks, select the cameras, and set other parameters like building report options, like 1 week, and report format table or attaching the CSV file. I already configured this automatic report, so let's open the mailbox. So here is the mail from the system. So we see some additional info like facial recognition module, report for 7 days. Here is the time. Then we open the file. And here we can see all the recognitions that were done during this period with the date, time, name, and groups. So you can configure this option and receive automatic reports every week, month, and so on. So facial recognition module can be used for immediate notifications. For example, if somebody from the restricted group was recognized, like shoplifter or someone else, you can also configure the access control system and to allow the access only if the face is in the white list. Or also you can work with this metadata afterwards and work with the reports for the facial recognition or unique visitor counting module. So this was all about this module. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.